So welcome back, students. Now we will take on this another type of price discrimination, which is referred to as dumping. Dumping is one of the most common type of discrimination prevalent in the market. And what is this dumping? Dumping, it is a situation when a monopolist try to sell more of his output in the foreign market at a lower price and less of his output in his domestic market at a higher price. So we can easily take this. That is a clear-cut example here. Is what is being going on between India and China. What we can see is that if you look in and around us in our markets here in India, most often we can see a lot of Chinese goods. Okay, which means the Chinese government what they have been doing, they've been dumping its goods here in our country, India. That means China tried to sell most of its goods in our country, India, at a very low price. Which means that very same good, it has been offering it at a very high price in its own country. So this is a clear-cut example of the meaning of dumping. So now we will talk about how price and output is determined under this type of price discrimination, that is dumping. Looking at the diagram, what we can see this DH curve, which is the demand curve of the monopolists in the domestic market. This MRH, which is the marginal revenue curve of the monopolist in the domestic market. We can also see this PDF, which is the demand curve of this monopolist in the foreign market. And this demand curve, this PDF, it is also his marginal revenue curve in the foreign market. Here, if we summing them together, the marginal revenue curve of the monopolist in the home or domestic market together with the demand curve in the foreign market PDF, what we get TREDF as the combined marginal revenue curve in both the two markets. Okay, so for now we wanted to find out how much this monopolist is producing. Okay, so for that we have this marginal cost curve. This marginal cost curve that intersects the combined marginal revenue curve of the monopolist at point E, which means this monopolist is producing OF as his total output. And out of his total output OF, we also wanted to see how much he sells at home and how much he sells abroad or outside. Okay, so taking this EF as the marginal cost, okay, the monopolist will be in equilibrium in the home market at that point R where the marginal cost EF, this portion, intersects the domestic marginal revenue at point R, which means this monopolist, he's been selling OH output at home. Okay, he did sell this output OH in the at home. That means that too at HM prices. How to get this HM prices? It is from the point of equality between MC and MR. We drop perpendiculars towards the demand curve upwards and towards the output axis downwards. After doing that, we get this OH as the output and HM as a price, which means this monopolist, he's been selling OH output at home. He's been producing OH output at home and selling it at the price of HM. Okay, and the remaining HF output he offered or he sell it outside or in the foreign country at the price EF or OP. Okay, so this monopolist, what we can see is that he sell this much at home, this much in the foreign market. Same good, same product. But the only difference is that he sell this much at home at the price HM and sells this much outside in the foreign market at the price EF or OP, which means this monopolist, he's been selling OH output at HM prices at home and HF output at EF prices in the foreign market. That means he's been offering less goods at a higher price in his domestic country and more goods at a lower price in the foreign country. And by selling OH at home and HF outside, he's been able to obtain a maximum profit equivalent to TREC. This is total profit that this monopolist is obtaining after selling his total output of OF.